Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Live at the Hive. Today we are having a graveyard event. I know, it's October, but hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Live at the Hive. Today, I try to turn that off. So we are going to, do you want to see my graveyard? As well, we have Rihanna here tonight, so you can give a good hello wave, Rihanna.
Hello.
We came up, it's like we have a delay happening here tonight, but this is my little graveyard tonight. Okay, so you're going to see a few things going here, things that you might want out of your house and transition. I'm sorry we're late, but that's because I was looking for these things that normally you don't have around your house. Right, so welcome back, and let me know what you had for turkey dinner this weekend, or what did you eat? Was it turkey or ham or other pizza? Put it in the comments below. What was on your menu for this weekend? And I hope it was a fabulous time with your family and everything. So we'd love to see that in the comments below. And Rihanna's probably just going to get the link shared to all the groups here. So she's doing her thing. Awesome. Okay, so we are back here again this week, and we actually thought we would cover some basic things that you will find around your home, and maybe you haven't thought about how you could switch to a more sustainable option and or even a healthier one. Stay tuned till the end, because Rihanna actually has some gentlemen coming into her camera to show how the guys are using some of this stuff and what they swapped out as well. So if you're already a Norwex user, put in the comments below what is something that you have switched out, stopped using in your home, something that might have been a throwaway, or something that was causing you some hard breaths if you were using it to clean, or something that you just got rid of and then started using a Norwex product, and how that might have changed you. So what is the one product that you made the switch? What was it that you switched out? What was it that you put into the graveyard and now you use for Norwex? We'd love to hear your comments below. So we are going to get started tonight, and we just have a few products to cover, but we want to bring home some things that you might not have thought about. That's what we're all about at the Live at the Hive, right, Rihanna?
Absolutely.
She just knows how to jump right in always for me. So, okay. So there is a common thread to the products that we are showing you here tonight. And just so you know, Rihanna, I'm looking at the Canva little link here, the one we talked about today. So you know where I'm going to be following along, right?
Yeah.
So let's start off first and foremost. I want to start off with sponges. Let's talk about sponges. Who here has a sponge in their kitchen sink or their bathroom that they might be using on a regular basis? How long do you use your sponge for? And have you ever thought about what might be inside that sponge, right? So sponges can harbor a lot of bacteria. I don't know if you know that, but when you have a moist surface, guess what multiplies? Bacteria, right? That is like causing all the stink. That is when you have to throw it away and replace it. And you can buy them in packs of 10, which come wrapped in cellophane, and you can use that pack of 10 that might last you 6 months or a year, and you got to buy them over and over again, right? But and some of them might even come with a little bit of a product in it, which seems convenient, but what's in that product and is going on your skin? So what I love about Norwex sponges is that we have that backlock technology, right? You guys want to put that in below, that the silver in our sponges is, I think, a trademark that you can't find on the market. And you can look on your sponge and you can read, it'll say backlock. The kid sponge, we even have a nice, beautiful round kid sponge. I love that it has backlock in it, because as those kids, they typically put it in their mouth, right? And sponge out those yuckies. And so with backlock technology, it keeps those bacteria at bay. So that is one thing that if I see those seafoam ones that are like they're almost like plasticky, and they have all those holes and stuff in there. I really don't even know what they're made out of. Some of the seafoam ones are more natural, but watch for the ones that are in packages. So very first product, Rihanna, I'm throwing in the graveyard, not the Norwex sponge, but just use your imagination, you guys. Who has transformed and used a Norwex sponge versus another sponge? I'm throwing away any of those sponges that have no back block in them. That's my thing for tonight, Rihanna. I don't know if you have another product you'd like to turn to, or I have a couple other things as well. So I don't know if we want to trade off here, or what are you thinking? Need some more time?
No, I think I got it now. I think I'm good.
Okay,
yeah.
let's see what.
So yeah, absolutely. Those sponges are great. I always have one by my sink, and it accompanies my dishcloth. So between the two of them, I love that for stinky free, no chemical type of scrubbing. So love it.
Absolutely. Okay, so is it my turn?
Sure. What's next on our list? I think we have the fruit and veggie wash. Don't we have a fruit and veggie wash on there?
Let's talk about that. You betcha.
All right. Well,
go ahead.
I was just going to say, because it has been, oh dear, it's the season for oh, I think my thing's powering down on me. Hold on one second there. Sorry, guys. It's the season for harvesting our stuff out of the garden. So especially things like carrots and beets and things like that. And I know, you know, veggie wash, you don't really think to use that on your own veggies, but very, very good to help remove that extra bit of dirty layer. But also we want to remember to use our fruit and veggie wash here with that super awesome mitt. I usually have mine hanging, but I've used it so much, it was time for it to have a wash. So, but I have my produce spray, and I have my mitt, my scrubby mitt, veggie scrub mitt, hanging out right here in the kitchen. And I actually go usually first thing in the morning, and I'll pick the carrots because that's when they're fresh and crispy, and I will clean them up, and Harper will take them right in her lunch right from the garden, and she just loves that every morning. I say, go get your snacks from the garden, and she loves that. Again, and what are we getting rid of, right? We are getting rid of perhaps some pesticides or whatever on our store-bought food. We don't grow any of our food with chemicals, but we're throwing away those types of things. We're throwing away things like coatings on our apples and things like that. So we don't have a need for any of that anymore, and we don't need harsh chemicals to help remove it either. So we know that it's safe for us to ingest the food after we spray it down and clean it off. And yeah, so I love it. And I'll give you a little consultant tip. If you are like me and you don't like the big bottles hanging around your counter all the time, add one of these to your cart in the sample form. And then you can always have one hanging around. So then I have one in my trailer, and then I also have one, just a little one hanging out by my sink, and it's easy and quick to use.
Super smart tip. And I think you need to talk to your consultant to add that on, but absolutely ask for those sample size. They can go everywhere and just refill. I also thought maybe that was a great job, but I thought, you know, even this vegetable peeler, like when your vegetable peeler runs out, maybe you don't even have to run out and get another one. This is something I don't even use in my kitchen anymore at all. So there's something else, less plastic.
Yeah, exactly. And the skin is actually healthy for you too. Did you know that? When you eat your vegetables.
And the other day.
Oh, sorry.
So I was at my cousin's, and she had me use her peeler, and there was like this pile of peelings in the sink, and I'm like, that's just a lot of wasted food almost, right? She has chicken, so it was all fine and dandy, but guess what she's getting for Christmas? This lovely green and red, yeah, for her next carrot venture. there was something a little bit more about sponges here. It said that they did a survey and they collected 1,000 sponges and dishcloths in the kitchen, and they found that roughly 10% contained salmonella. That he said these are one of the dirtiest things in your kitchen, and it's right near the sink because they keep cleaning with it from at the sink. And when they get wet and stay moist, those bacteria grow like crazy. And the most E. coli and other fecal-based bacteria are on the sponge or a cleaning cloth. So there you go. Just had to throw that in for the graveyard. All right, I have something else next, and it's a really easy one, right? So this is going in the graveyard. This has been in the graveyard a long time in my household. I only have I borrowed this just so I can have like a sample, but these are the same size as your kitchen counter cloths. And with 12 buying guests, you can get a whole set of kitchen counter cloths. Aren't they beautiful? And these will replace rolls and rolls of these. So this is going in the graveyard. If you've already tossed your paper towel away, put in the comments below. I've already put it in the graveyard. Would love that. And Rihanna, how many kitchen counter cloths would you say you have in your house? Look at hers. Look at that beauty. Looks much better than this.
Probably, I would say we use on a regular, about 3 sets in rotation.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Nine cloths.
Yep.
So that's not too bad.
That's what I said. And you have a big family,
Yeah.
4 or 5 sometimes, right? Awesome. All right. Is there anything else in there that you have in mind, Handy? I'm just looking. Do you have the oven and grill cleaner?
I do. Where did I put it now? Hold on 1 second.
I'll just read this thing. Did you know that aerosol sprays make chemicals released in this way more harmful because the spray breaks the particles down even smaller, which makes the chemicals easier to inhale? So a spray will actually have that happen. So the basic ingredient, here we go, in traditional oven cleaners is lye, either sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, which melts the baked on carbon, right? So you're trying to remove that baked on dirty food. And it is known to be corrosive. Like, have you seen the symbols on the oven and grill cleaner? It can burn your skin and eyes. And I know I've tried it once. We were at my husband's mother's place and we're like, okay, we'll just use up the cleaner that's under the sink. Well, we all had to evacuate the house because you sprayed it in there. And like, if that poor lady was using this stuff, not cool. We literally had to evacuate the house because of it.
It's horrible.
So instead, oven and grill cleaner uses microbes and enzymes. So think of like the natural enzymes in your mouth that break down food. They're like little Pac-Man, boop, boop, boop. They're naturally occurring and they break down that carbon and the food deposits rather than some corrosive oven cleaner. Right? Anything to add on that, Rihanna?
No, not at all. That was really good. It works really well. The only thing you do have to remember, though, to heat your oven slightly before you use it. I think it says about 100 degrees. So, just put it on the warming cycle, turn it off, or do it. The best time to do it is right after you've baked or used your oven, right? And you've turned it off, wait a few minutes, spray it down, and then you can give it a wipe right after you're done cooking a big meal. And then you can kind of keep up on it without having to wipe the whole thing down. So, yeah.
Totally. Absolutely agree. Next up is laundry detergent. And this is a half-size package. And here's what it says about the fillers that go in their laundry detergent. So you take your laundry detergent and dissolve it in a glass of water and see what it looks like. If there's a residue or a substance thing in there, that is something that is insoluble. It's called a filler, and that can actually accumulate and build up in your washers, your pumps, pipes, drain lines, and septic tanks, which means they end up in the waterways. Please protect our waterways. I love fish. We don't need those in our waterways. And the birds. There you go. Ultra Power Plus dissolves completely and does not accumulate or pump up or plump up, build up, build up. But honestly, this will save you money on your machines. So it's not even just your clothes that we're worried about, but this not using your detergent that has those sticky, filmy residues, not naming any names, those could be going in our graveyard. And they could be replaced with something much more clear, no fillers. Would you agree, Rihanna?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you another tip here too. I often use UPP around in my kitchen. And so I have a little jar of it that I just sit right beside. Actually, it sits right in my, please excuse my dishes, I haven't done them yet, but it sits right in my little organizer right here. So
That's
here's
genius.
some of my scrubbies and my utility brush, and then of course my UPP, and then I have my regular liquid soap. And then I have everything that I need right here at my fingertips, which is really nice.
I love that. I have a bigger jar under my sink, but I like the little cute one on the top. I'm gonna inherit that tip. So if you guys are loving Rihanna's tips, put in the comments below some emoji love for all her tips, because she's doing great here.
And so I'll give you one more tip there. So when your beautiful cloths maybe they get a little stinky every once in a while, right? So before you put them in the wash, treat them with the UPP in some water before you put them downstairs into your, sometimes they sit in a little laundry basket for a while, right? So what I actually do is you put them away after you've soaked them in some UPP for a minute, or microfiber booster, whatever you want to use. And you just use it right from your sink into the laundry or your wet bag. So if you have a wet bag, you can throw all your dirty stuff in there. And then at the end of the week, when you do your Norwex washing or whatever, it's already got those things in it to help break down some of those food particles and things that might be making it stinky. And then it's almost like it'll be heavier too, which is what we talk about a lot in our laundry. Make it heavier so that your front load washers know that there's laundry in there, right? Anyways, it just works really, really good to keep your laundry stripped and clean. So
perfect. That's great tips. And that works great if you had this kitchen towel and cloth set. That's the nice ribbed kind. It does need that extra cleaning, because this little baby can do a lot of work in your kitchen, right? So all right, Rihanna, we have 2 more products, and for those that are watching, we have 2 more products left. If you guys have seen the trend that's going on here, put in the comments below, what products are we showing you here tonight? We are filling up our graveyard of products of that things that we can make better in our household, and get rid of some of those things that maybe you didn't know had these did you know things on them. So anyways, turning our attention to our next thing. Did you know that pet fur, hair, and skin cells, even skin cells, end up on our floors? And they are, we can sometimes use something like this to clean our floors. This I might just use for like my my broomstick on Halloween. Rihanna, what do you think? Like,
yeah, that sounds good. It's even green. It's our colors.
It's even green. I'm like, yeah, this baby is not going to last forever in a lifetime, but the replacement could be our lovely. Any guesses? Put it in the comments below. Any guesses? What could be the replacement?
I know. The rubber broom.
Yeah, because Rihanna, did you know that rubber actually is attracts? Okay, so you have that pet fur, hair, skin cells is a positive charge, and the rubber is a negative charge, and so it actually attracts it. It's like positive and negative. Whoop! They just grab and stick on right together, and that's electrostatic action. So when you're sweeping, don't think you're going to get that electric charge happening on this baby. You're going to have to, like, I don't know, put some solar boosters on here to get going. But even the squeegee, here's what they say about this. Some squeegees were used in the mid 1800s to clean decks that had leather. rather than rubber blades. So their squeegee would be made out of leather. The word squeegee originally meant to press or squeeze to clean off their deck. So there you go. We are recycling this broom that is not electrostatically charged for the rubber broom into our chemical graveyard. So we have one more. We're saving the best till last. Thanks for sticking with us tonight. I hope you're learning some tips and tricks. Rihanna, are you ready?
Well, I think so. I mean, I don't know if my partners are being very Torin doesn't want to, but I'm going to make him anyway because his hands are really, really dirty. So both the boys.
We just need his hands. Yeah, we just need his
hands. We don't need nothing else. Come with me. You got to come to the bathroom. So I'm going to bring them to the bathroom because the sink is white in there. So you'll be able to see this happen.
I think this is.
So
we are spoiled.
They have been working on the cars today, and their hands, they have washed them, but they're still quite greasy. So I'm going to see if I can turn my camera around. I think I can. Okay, so they're going to go ahead here now, and these handsome boys are going to wash their hands, but they're going to use the degreaser. And they're just going to use it fully concentrated, but they're only going to use a couple drops or just a few drops on their hands so that you guys can see. So get the warm water going here. So let's see the hands before. Do you see those dirty little hand pies?
Hard working hands. Excellent.
All right, so let your dirty dirt fall in there so everyone can see. You see?
Ooh. Ooh. It's working.
Look at that, hey?
And how does it feel on their hands? Like, what does it feel like?
What does it feel like, guys?
Very smooth. Yeah, it doesn't really feel like anything. It's just like soaking on smooth. Yeah, it doesn't sting or anything. It feels nice.
Yeah, feels good, they say.
Nice. It was super fast too.
So look at this now, you see?
Well, that's just his hands, the before and after. Oh my goodness.
So he's got to go up his arms a little bit further. Let's see these ones.
Mine's hairy.
Yeah, yours is hair. But yeah, those look much better.
Totally.
So there you go, guys. So that's what we use the degreaser for in our house, but we also use it on our laundry because Torin likes to get some grease on his clothes. He works out in the shop a lot. So, and so he will use it. He'll use it like just spot treat. And he'll also even put sometimes a capful. I hope it's okay to use it, but we put a capful in our front load wash machine as well. So, just to kind of give the whole load of laundry a bit of a kick, but I don't know. That's not like, don't, run with that. Definitely read up on that first before you stick it in your laundry, but we do it. And so far nothing's broken. So
lots of other consultants have been doing the same because it just pulls that grease off. Like that was so super fast. Yeah. And it says here that oil-based degreasers are usually toxic and flammable. So this is something else. And even small amounts going into our groundwater can result in serious pollution. So what I loved about you guys, you just literally had a couple drops and you didn't have to use all this water.
Yeah. And a little bit of water, and then they rubbed it in and then they washed it. It just washes right off.
So you are good on the use and care of it. You can use it on fabric. And you can use it diluted or full strength. And they suggest that you dilute it so you get more bang for your buck because it is a small, super concentrated, right? So you said earlier, maybe even a spray bottle, which I find having a spray bottle at the sink is even easier than a pump, right? You just spray and then done.
Yeah. And I was adding it. I know some people have added it to their Forever bottle pumps, and they add it with their regular or like whatever hand soap that they're using in there, but they add the little bit of degreaser with it as well. So I think maybe that might help too.
That is totally terrific. Thank you so much. Thank them for coming on live with us here tonight. That's super awesome. I owe them something. I just wanted to point out that everything you guys saw here tonight, if you haven't already guessed, if you've watched Rihanna's featured post at the top of the page, what products were we featuring tonight? Any guesses out there? Because here we're almost at the top of the hour, so I'm going to share with you, but we actually featured everything from the Host Rewards program. So if you can imagine everything that we talked about tonight, and more is in the Host Rewards program. So when you host a party this month, Norwex will donate $1 towards cancer research support. And next week, we are actually going to talk more on cancers and statistics and people with things that they have done differently in their home, either battling it or knowing somebody who has. So that is next week. But know that for every party hosted this month, and you generously get these host rewards, $1 goes towards cancer research. And I am matching that on the team as well. So book a party with their consultants here, because I'm matching Norwex's dollar for each party. Our goal is to hit 40,000. So book your party today because you not only earn for the number of buying guests, that's the first star, and you earn a percentage of sales. So if you have a party, you would get some shopping spree money. Put in the comments below what you would use for that. Like what would you want to get your hands on? Did you see those new products? Right? So there's that. And the third star is a new dusting EnviroCloth window cloth dusting mitt. You know the basics. They're giving them away for the hostess to get those bookings, which unlocks and unleashes all of these rewards. Check the post at the top of the page, because that's where you can see you can earn that entire page, you guys. So bring them out. Take them to a discovery event in your area. We are having one right here in Lethbridge, Alberta. If you guys are close, you won't want to miss it. Yeah, you want to miss that, or you want to book a party with your consultant. These are the ways to get these rewards. People are still needing detergent and have dirty hands from their people in the shop, right? So let's help them out of how to save and non-toxic things in their environment. So Rihanna, anything more you want to share? And I'm thinking about the discovery event in particular, but what else would you have to share tonight?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to mention the discovery event as well. I mean, that's just going to be so much fun. And there's so many of us consultants are going to be there collaborating together to show you guys some amazing demos. Okay, so you'll literally be able to see absolutely everything that Norwex has to offer. You'll be able to touch it and feel it. And if you're not in Lethbridge, do check it out, because there may be one in your area. And so all you have to do is register and you get a free window cloth, I do believe. So just for showing up. So definitely get in on that event. If you haven't heard about it or seen it or whatever already, we will also be posting a link as well. So if you are local, that you can come and join us there.
Absolutely. You will want to see these consultants in action doing their live demos. We have 6 stations you're going to, and you get a little card stamp going into a big grand prize draw of a pamper package. Let's just say that, valued at over $150. Rihanna will be putting that together for us. But you're going to see these gals in action, sharing all of their tips in all of the areas of your home. Invite your friends, bring them along. And if there's something they're interested in, well, then those host rewards could be yours. So ask a few friends, bring them along. It's going to be so fabulous. I can't wait. So thank you, Rihanna. That was perfect. Is that everything?
I think so. I think we hit the mark there tonight.
Absolutely. It was such a pleasure having you guys all here. Put in the comments below, was there anything in this bag of goodies that you would love to have or try out? Put in the comments below so we can help you maybe get your wish list, or that your consultant knows that you're looking at it, right? So until next week, thank you and have a fabulous time. And we're going to say goodbye. Thanks, Rihanna. Bye. Thank you to the guys too. Good night.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, Merrick Torrin.